Hey everybody. Um, in my garage again, going at it again for round 2. Actually, I think round 3 on the treadmill. And I kind of did my hair a little different today. Threw some curls in there. So doing a little something different today. Today is Johnson football. Chance has a game that I need to drop him off at the high school in about a half hour. So figured I'd come out here and see if I can do a little bit of a repair work further on my treadmill. And I just wanted to share with y'all that today I took Chance with me and I went to the BMW dealer and we got to test drive a 320i 2016 BMW. So that was pretty exciting. Some of y'all know I had a BMW before. It was in 1995. I bought it in 97. It was after I came back from, where did I come back from? From Okinawa the first time. And I loved that car. Loved it, loved it, loved it. We had it for 15 years. Trying to figure out which piece I'm going to use here. Had it for 15 years and it was just wonderful. I loved that car. The only thing that I could have asked for anything better with that car is for it to actually have had a cup holder. So that's kind of like the running joke, is that it didn't have a cup holder, and no matter what we did, we tried to change, rig something up in there. We could never get a cup holder in there. But we even had taken it to India with us where we had it reupholstered. It was beautiful. And then when we got back to California, we had it while we were in California. When we went to Okinawa for the second time, we decided we'd finally go ahead and sell it. So kind of still missing my old Beamer type of feeling, but I decided to go out to the BMW dealer to test drive some of their BMWs for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it was an assignment to one of my programs that I'm going through right now, some of the mindset training aspect. And number two, Chance needs a car soon anyways, and he's been favoring the BMW collection also. Kind of, like I said, we had the BMW for 15 years, so it's kind of grown in our household that we kind of really like BMWs. So we went and test drove a 2016 320i model today, and it was exhilarating. It was awesome. I really, really loved it. Even though I knew I wasn't going to walk out of there buying a car, or I plan to buy one anytime soon, it was still nice knowing, just having that excitement in your life. And it kind of made me, I had Chance drove it too, and he had a fun time driving it, but he was a little sore at me afterwards, because afterwards he was like, "Mom, you're getting my hopes up, and I know I'm not going to get it, and blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, but you got to have that dream, you got to have that passion, you got to have something that you're striving for. And so I kind of labeled this episode as, do I need it? Or do I want it? What is the right question? Or do I deserve it? What is the right question? And I think a lot of times, hey, Alisa, how you doing? A lot of times, especially being in the Marine Corps, we get ourselves so conditioned into believing that we shouldn't have desire for things if they're materialistic, because then it's a ding on our character. But at the same time, I've been pondering this a lot, and I discussed this a little bit with Billy as far as what are we doing with our children as far as developing their skill to have aspirations and to have dreams. We're kind of in a situation right now as parents. We have wonderful, wonderful kids. They stay out of trouble. They do what they're supposed to for the most part, other than cleaning their rooms. And they're great kids, but where's the fire? Where's the passion? Where's the spunk? Where's all that that's pushing them to, go out there? So much, and it's not just as a parents, but our society, we have become so conditioned to make sure all the bad stuff is cut out of everybody's life, that nobody has life experience. I would say nobody, but it's harder for us to trust that we can allow people to fail to build their life experiences so that they can have their own dreams and visions. And so I thought it was really fun today going to the car dealer and driving a new BMW and just having an exhilaration feeling. Even though my son was disappointed afterwards, like, oh, because he's kind of at that point where he doesn't see how it's possible that he can make this happen. So it's a downer right now for him. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as this is what you need to feel. This is what I need to do as a parent to get you to understand what does having aspirations, what does having something to get you excited and feel alive from day to day. That's my job, to teach you how to do that. So I was really glad that I took him out there and he got to have that experience. And now my position as a parent is to keep continuing that drive with him and figure out, well, how are there ways that you can meet that dream and get that aspiration and make it a reality. So with the whole changing of your mindset is such a big factor as to how you evaluate your own value, your own drive, and your own self-worth. So I'm learning right now to get away from that mentality of, do I need it or do I deserve it, is how I'm going to start rephrasing things to myself. Because so many times in my adult life, I have told myself, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. So I've taken away a lot of my ambition and drive to strive for something, because I've already discredited my value to it, because it's not a necessity of life. And being in the Marine Corps, I mean, unless you just need heat, food, and some water, and those are needs. So if it wasn't like one of those three things, it was like, well, I can adapt and overcome, I can improvise. But I started losing value in myself and having aspirations and that fire and passion that started taking me, that when I wasn't even meeting some of my basic needs, it started really tearing my character down, and that's not a good thing. So I'm restructuring my mindset now. Do I deserve it? If I ask myself, do I need a BMW? No, I don't need a BMW. Do I ask myself, do I deserve a BMW? Hell yeah, I deserve a BMW. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. And I'm not saying that like I've got the whole woes is me. I'm not even victimizing myself. I'm just saying I've put up with a lot of crap in my life, and I've busted my ass for it. So yeah, if you ask me, do I deserve a BMW? Yeah, I deserve a BMW. So if you find yourself saying, yeah, I deserve this, guess what? You deserve it. If you got a question like, well, I haven't quite done this or this and this, then yeah, you need to work a little harder. But if you can sit there and say, do I deserve this? And you can answer in within 2 seconds, then guess what? That needs to be your new mindset. Do I deserve this? Not, do I need this? Because we get so much in the habit of sacrificing things for other people's desires. And me personally, I feel that I've been taken, that aspect, that characteristic has been neglected to be acknowledged. And that hurts, because I've made sacrifices of what my desires are, not for somebody else's need, but for somebody else's desire. And to then not be recognized for that sacrifice, it's like a slap in the face almost. And then it makes you question, well, why did I do that in the first place? So, yeah, I'm just changing some things, some mindsets, and that's where some of the things that you're going to see from me is coming from. I'm changing some of my mindsets. which is all part of the cognitive behavior, whatever you want to, chapter of psychology. But I couldn't change those mindsets until I had like hit some realizations as far as where the setbacks in my life were coming from. So yep, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So I'm going to go back to trying to fix my treadmill, and thanks for joining me. See y'all later, and do you deserve it? Yes, you do. Take care. Bye.